This is my review of the Who album, It's Hard. It was released in 1982 and produced by Glyn Johns. So this is an album I would have got sometime in college, probably around 2011. I can't really remember like exactly when. I got it on CD first. I picked up this vinyl copy a couple years ago. And this is an album that, like, going into it, I didn't really know what to think. I knew Eminence Front from the DVD I had. And I had always liked that song, but I didn't like it quite like as much as You Better You Bet. So I kind of wasn't like looking forward to this album as much as Face Dances. And Face Dances was an album that I got into right away. This album kind of wasn't the same at all. Like I listened to it quite a bit when I first got it, but it just didn't like get to me the same way. The songs, a lot of them I just kind of found forgettable. And so I kind of put it away and didn't really listen to it a lot for a long time. In recent times I've listened to it more just because I'm tired of most of their other stuff, so it's nice to put this on for a change. And it's still not my favorite album by them, but I don't think it's really that bad. A lot of the like rankings and reviews I've seen, people tend to put this higher than Face Dances, and that's something that like I just really like can't agree with. I don't know, this to me just like the songs on this album just don't show like the same I don't know, like energy or interest in making music as those ones do. The production on this album I think is worse. A lot of people complain about Bill Szymczyk's production on that, but to me this is like the worst sounding of the Glyn Johns albums, and I love Glyn Johns, one of my favorite producers, and I think Who's Next sounds great, Who by Numbers sounds great. To me those are two of the best sounding albums ever, but here it just sounds a little muddy. I don't know, the bass and the guitar don't really stand out that much to me. I think that some of the live versions of these songs, the guitar and stuff sounds a little bit better. Really, I think Kenny Jones, like instrumentally, is probably my favorite part of this album. I think he plays really good on here, and I don't know, Entwistle's bass doesn't stand out as much on this album as it normally does, and kind of neither does Pete's guitar to me, at least in some places. I mean, there's good stuff by both of them on here. It's just something about it, like they don't really stand out as much as they normally do. So the album opens with Athena, and this is one of the few songs on here that kind of grabbed my attention immediately. I do think it's a little bit of a weird song, kind of like that background vocal that comes in. I'm not even really sure what he's saying, like she's a bowl or something, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a strong opening track, just kind of weird but really catchy. I think Roger's performance is really good. I think the band sounds really good, Kenny's drumming's really good. So I always liked Athena, and probably my most listened to track off this album, other than another one that I'll mention later. Second track, It's Your Turn, is a John Entwistle song sung by Roger. And I've always liked this one as well. Doesn't stick in my head as much as some of the Entwistle songs. Like usually his songs I've always found like pretty like instantly catchy. The bass on this song doesn't stand out as much either as like a lot of the Entwistle's songs do. Not that I think it's bad or anything. It's just like his bass lines are usually like really memorable, and here like I can't really, it doesn't pop into my head when I think about the song. So yeah, I like that one, but not really one of his top songs for me. The third track, Cooks County, is another one of those songs that I know I complain about this constantly, but the title of it has like nothing to do with the lyrics. So I look at the title and I'm like, what does that song sound like? But it's a fine song, just doesn't grab my attention as much as some of the other stuff, and the name thing kind of gets to me. Fourth track is the title track, It's Hard. This one I like quite a bit. It's catchy. I think their performance is good. I think it's got a good vocal melody. Roger sounds good. Pretty good title track. Track Dangerous, another John Entwistle song sung by Roger Daltrey again. And this one's kind of like a minor highlight to me on here. I think the bass stands out a little bit more than his last one. It's a catchy song. Not a whole lot to say about it, but I enjoy that one. I think the live version of it's pretty good. The sixth track is Eminence Front, and this one was the first song from this album that I heard, the only one I was familiar with going into it. And I have always liked this song, but I don't think I like it as much as a lot of people do. Like I just hear it. Like a lot of people that don't normally listen to the Who, I hear play at Eminence Front. A lot of people I work with, it's like the only Who song that I'll hear played at work, other than like 905 coming up every now and then and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I've always liked this song, but I don't think I love it as much as some people. I think it's a little bit long. That said, it is really good. I think that the guitar is really good. Pete's vocal's good. I really love the bass. Really like Kenny Jones's drumming, and it's like one of those songs that are like I almost can't imagine Keith Moon playing on this song. Like he would have got bored. But yeah, really good song, but I don't love it quite as much as other people seem to. Like I prefer "You Better You Bet" to this of like the two Kenny Jones songs I knew when I started to get the albums. Seventh track, "I've Known No War," probably my favorite song on the whole album, and the one I've listened to probably like in a tie for the most with Athena. I think Roger's vocal on it's really great. Cool guitar, great drumming, just a really catchy track. So I really like that one a lot. The eighth song, "One Life Is Enough," is kind of more of a ballad. I think Roger's like vocal sounds really great on it. I like when he sings those kind of songs. A lot of piano and like keyboard stuff on it going on, but not my favorite song. A little bit boring. Really, it's like Roger's vocal that kind of saves it for me. The ninth track, "One at a Time," another John Entwistle song. This one's sung by him. Vocal's a little weird sounding, but I enjoy it. Also, kind of a weird intro. I don't know if it's like horns or synths going off. It's probably horns because Entwistle did that, but they sound kind of weird. But yeah, cool song. I think the drums are really good. Pretty catchy song, so I like that one a lot. Kind of a minor highlight. 10th track, "Why Did I Fall for That," is a really catchy song. Another one where I like the drums a lot. Cool bass, cool guitar, cool backing vocals even. Like that one's just a pretty good song. And really, to me, like they could have almost just ended the album there because he's next to the 11th track, "A Man Is a Man." It's catchy, but it's one of those songs that's like it's almost like somewhere between a ballad and a rocker. I don't know. It's got good drums on it. I like Roger's vocal, but other than that, it doesn't really like stand out a whole lot. And then by the 12th and final track, "Cry If You Want," like I'm just kind of usually getting bored with the album. And this one, it's got kind of this weird like military drumming style going on. And I don't know. It's just it's fine, but I think it's a little repetitive and just kind of a weak way to close the album. And really like I said, to me, this album could have ended like 2 songs earlier. It's Hard, not my favorite Who album. Definitely wouldn't start here. I think it's the weaker of the 2 Kenny Jones albums. I don't know, it just doesn't quite have the songs on it for me. I just think that the songs are kind of, some of them are kind of just like tired and not that interesting. There are some really good ones on here though, so it's definitely not an album that I would dismiss. I think that it's a pretty good album, but not a great album, and I would probably never like start here. I would listen to it after you've heard all the Keith albums.